extra content for me over there if you are interested in that. You can get really as many videos as I feel like making, but at least 3 videos every month of ASMR style videos. There are also adult videos on there and those types of tiers. So if that's something you're interested in, yeah, that's over there too. So anyway, that would be linked in the description box down below. Below. Okay, so anyway, today's story is like, I feel like usually when I do a true crime story, there is some evidence of a crime. There is not in this case. There is less than nothing in this case, and I mean that so seriously. Okay, so let's take ourselves to Montana. To Montana in 2007. Okay, we're going to Montana in 2007. Alright, let me just... Okay, so this was July 18th of 2007. Okay. Now, Barbara, I believe Bollick was an avid hiker. And previously, her husband had been so as well, but he had recently suffered a heart attack, and it kind of rendered him unable to hike in the way that he wanted to, and he couldn't really hike with her like that anymore. Do you know what I mean? Okay, so, she was 55, and she was supposed to go hiking that morning with her husband's cousin and the cousin's husband. Okay? And what ended up happening was the cousin did not feel well, and Jim, who would later become a major player in this situation. Jim is the cousin's husband that accompanies Barbara along her trek on the 2.5-mile Bear Creek something trail. Shit. I can't remember the name. Okay, yeah, going to like the overlook. There was like an overlook of Bear Creek, somewhere in Bear Creek, like a trail that was like 2.5 miles that she loved to take people on, rest of the story. Okay, so Barbara and Jim go out into the wilderness. Now at this point, everything forward is alleged because there are no witnesses that ever corroborated Jim's story as to the fact that he was in the wilderness with Barbara. But he claims that he came across or that they came across two young men from I want to say like Australia, I don't know, something like that, and they were driving a Chevy Blazer. They had a dog that had black and white on it. Like, he described these men like quite well, and other people on the route, other people that had taken the same route described the same type of like guys. Said they ran into like the same group of guys. So I'm just okay, so let's keep going. Then they keep hiking. They've been hiking for a while now. And they finally reach the overlook. Jim is pretty fucking taken by this beauty of the overlook of the whatever you can see, the Bear Creek overlook, wherever you can see. And I don't know, I didn't look it up. Let's look it up. It might be beautiful. It might be beautiful. Bear Creek overlook. Hold on, there's kids outside. Hey guys, okay, moving on. So, she is a 55-year-old woman. She is an avid hiker. She used to hike with her husband, but she does not do that anymore. Her husband's name is Carl. But Carl's cousin is in town, and she is supposed to go hiking with the cousin and the cousin's husband. But something happens, and Carl's cousin comes down with something, and she doesn't feel like going hiking. So it ends up just being Barbara and this man named Jim, who is Barbara's husband's cousin's husband. You see what I'm saying? Not real close. So anyway, they go out on this hike on this trail that Barbara normally takes people on. She likes to take people on it. It's a normal thing for her to take visitors on this trail. So, some hiking happens, obviously, at some point during the hike. And this is pretty far into the hike. Jim stops at an overlook to admire the view. And according to Jim, stood there staring out at Montana, which actually seems probably beautiful. And he heard nothing. He saw nothing. He did nothing. And then he claims that he turned around and Barbara was gone. She was just gone. Like, no DNA, no animal got her, no, like, flesh, nothing like that. No kidnapping as far as, like, if we're excluding Jim from the situation, which we will talk about shortly, if we're excluding Jim from the situation, who or what could have grabbed Barbara in less than 60 seconds? And Jim says that Barbara was at least, or was about 3 yards, or what, like, wait, it wasn't 3 yards. It was like 6 yards. Yeah, it was like 6 yards. And 18 feet behind him. So, someone or something managed to grab Barbara in this time period where Jim says he is just looking out over the mountains and enjoying the Montana view. And I don't know how I feel about his story, but like at first, when I first read that, I was like, okay, Jim's a liar. He murdered her. Like, he did something. Like, this is clear. What are they not seeing? But I guess the thing is, I don't forget as I'm sure he's gonna want it. The thing is Jim was super cooperative. He like took the cops to where he last saw Barbara and told them like she was right here. I turned right here. Like, this is what happened, and all of a sudden she was just gone. Like, he did not have the demeanor of someone that was telling a lie. He didn't, and honestly, if he was gonna tell a lie, he would at least come up with a better story than she just vanished off the face of the earth. But at the same time, I have a hard time taking the fact that he says that, you know, he turned his head and changes the beard. Like, you are the only two out there, or at least at that moment. It's just you two, you know what I mean? And I don't know, I find that sketchy. But Jim is not even considered a suspect in her disappearance. Like, the police completely believe Jim, would really love to know what actually happened to this woman. There are theories. Of course, theories abound. There are theories that her husband wanted to get rid of her, and that he kind of like made Jim, and it was like they were all in cahoots, other than, Barbara, of course. And that way, you'd get the insurance money. But the thing is Barbara was never found. Like, her remains were never found. And that's just insane to me. Like, how you can go from being a few feet from behind somebody, supposedly, to just completely disappearing, poof, off the face of the earth. So that's the thing, is like, they believe Jim, like, they don't think that Jim had anything to do with it. They think that Jim was just happened to, be a witness to something, or whatever. But they don't believe that Jim has any like foul play, has done anything wrong in this case. So that means that either something or someone was quick enough to snatch Barbara Bollick up in a matter of seconds, before someone that was literally 18 feet away from them, with them not noticing, with them not seeing it happen. Now, what could possibly do that in the wilderness of Montana? That's something that we're gonna have to look into. But again, the animal theory is just flawed on hell, because there was no blood. There was nothing. It was just like, come on, snap right, bitch. She was just gone. She was just completely gone. And so, of course, it's one of those things that people talk about, and people have their opinions about, like, oh, I think it was the husband, or like, oh, I think it was Jim, or oh, I think, like, but anyway, the thing is, other hikers excuse me, did they see Barbara alone on the path with Jim? Did they ever see Barbara on the path with Jim? Did they see Barbara on the path with Jim and someone else? There's just so many possibilities, and I honestly think that Jim lies in the middle of most of them. And I don't mean to be like a negative Nancy, and I know the cops have like ruled him out and said like, no, he has nothing to do with it. But the thing is like, in my opinion, you don't walk into the woods with a woman and walk out without her. And then say she just disappeared into thin air and have nothing, like, and have absolutely nothing other than just like she fucking disappeared into thin air. Like, are you kidding me, Jen? That's your story. I have a hard time believing it because it's so unbelievable, but that's the same reason why I almost believe it. So it's very questionable to me. It's something that, like, this case has literally been on my mind. I've been questioning it and wondering and just thinking about, like, could it be husband? Could it have been Jim? Could it have been both? Could it have been another man in her life? How did someone get that close without Jim seeing? Or did Jim know that someone was gonna get that close? I have way more questions